we never tire. Bringing the heat up, that passion won't retire. Busting through the mic, our voices never expire. We ignite the spirit, never fading out. Light the torch, USC fans rise up high. On this podcast, we aim for the sky. Knowledge and entertainment never lie. Together we stand, let the truth amplify.
What's going on, Trojan fans? Welcome back to another live episode of the Light the Torch podcast. And we got a special one going on today here. We got a special guest, Ryan from Ryan, is it Dairud?
Yes, sir.
Ryan Dairud from LAFB is here gracing us with his presence today. And then we have the other guys. So the other guys we don't really care about, but we got Mr. Ryan Dairud here. So let's go ahead and introduce the other guys so you guys can remember who they are. So, of course, to the very top, we got B. Jones. How's it going, B. Jones?
Punch you for that one, Blackiechainz. You've been all day, man. No, excited for this weekend, man. It's gonna be my son's first game at the Coliseum, so yeah, man. So he gets to watch a victory. So excited for it.
All right, good to see. Good to see. And Mr. Guns, how's it going, Guns?
Doing great.
Who are we playing this weekend? CFP 26.
Iowa, we have next.
Iowa, we have next. All right.
If we can't stop Iowa's offense, bro.
Yeah, you better not let them put up 40 points on us, especially you, Raul.
That defense lately, you know.
All right, and how's it going, Raul? You're on mute, my guy.
It's going all right. Getting off work. Had a fantasy draft going on right now, so multitasking.
So he's not going to be paying attention. Okay.
It's pretty much towards the end, so we're good to go.
And of course, I already introduced him, but Ryan, how's it going, man?
What's up, gentlemen? Appreciate you having me on. Honored to be here and excited to talk some Trojan ball with you. I feel too big on this screen, though. I need to even it all out with us.
Yeah, man. What's up, BC?
I mean, it's fine. I will even it out. There. Happy?
It's better. Right. I don't need to be the spotlight.
We'll put you. We'll put you in the center at least, right there. All right. So it is Clay Helton week. This Georgia Southern is coming out to USC, and Clay Helton is having his reunion in the Coliseum. So we got lots to talk about. Of course, we're going to go through our normal quarters. We're going to go through offensive expectations, defensive expectations, and Guns has some recruiting updates for us. And then we're going to go through our predictions, and then of course for the game, and then go through some predictions for the rest of college football. So let's go ahead and get into this here. So, let's go ahead and start with our first quarter here with offensive keys to success for USC. So we'll go ahead and start with the guest here. Ryan, give us your offensive keys to success for USC against Georgia Southern, or what you would like to see.
Yeah, I mean, these first two matchups are always interesting, right? Because, I mean, they should dominate in every aspect of the game. And so it's not like going up against a Big Ten opponent where you're like, hey, you need to do these little intricacies right and you can come away with a win. Like, USC should get this in their sleep. No disrespect intended. But, I'm looking for some more offensive line continuity and controlling up front for all four quarters. I think, obviously, that's been the conversation I'm sure you guys have talked a lot about, is what this offensive line is truly going to look like. Is it going to be one of the better units in the Big Ten, or are we going to kind of look like last year where there was a lot of struggle and a lot of reason why this offense didn't have success? So I liked what I saw last week. Obviously, inferior opponent, but from the starting group all the way down to where they had the backups in, it was a really controlled offensive, really cohesive offensive line unit. So how will Tobias Raymond continue to progress at the left guard position? How will Justin Tanow, as a first-time starting redshirt freshman, look at right tackle? And then how will Killian O'Connor command this offensive line as not just the center, but kind of the captain of the group in winning that job? So Yeah, we can get into a bunch of other stuff. Obviously, you guys will all mention things, but I'll stick with the offensive line and how those trenches look, dominating for all 4 quarters.
Definitely. All right, B Jones, you go up.
Yeah, man, I'm with Ryan on this one. I want to see domination from the offensive line, man. Of course, I don't think we gave up a sack last week, did we?
A sack fumble, if you count the fumble from Hassan.
But yeah,
A 10-second sack fumble, yeah.
yeah, that was a weird one, man. But yeah, that's it, man. I obviously want to see us run the ball. Of course, I want to see us be dominant in the run game. Pushing them back at least 5 yards. They're a little small in the trenches, man. We're familiar with one of the guys on the D line with Dejan Lafitte. I'm sorry, that's Fresno State. I'm going crazy. Losing my mind over here. What am I talking about? But yeah, that's it, man. I just want to see domination from the offensive line.
All right, yep, definitely. Guns, go up.
Yeah, for me, just my offensive expectations. I think we'll definitely be able to run the ball on this team. They had 14 missed tackles in their last game. Fresno State had 220 yards after contact. So yeah, they definitely, that's kind of seems like that's a weakness so far. It's only one game, but so what we're seeing. I want to see still a balanced attack, right? We were very balanced rushing and passing the ball last game, so I want to continue seeing that. I do expect to see more of our starters in this game in the second half. We'll see though if that does, happen. And then lastly, I do want to see Jacoby. I want him to get going a little bit more on the offensive side.
All right, yeah, definitely got to get Jacoby more involved. We saw a lot of Lemon, so definitely got to get him going. But Raul, are you still drafting, or can you give us your offensive keys to success, or what you'd like to see?
Yeah, just protecting the quarterback, keeping Jaden Maeva, clean, and minimizing that pressure, and spreading the ball and continue running that ball. Definitely want to.
You went on mute for a brief second, but yeah, definitely continue running the ball and making sure that Maeva stays off the ground. So, but yeah, for me, I would like to see if we could officially establish a wide receiver 3, because we still are not quite sure who's going to be that number 3 receiver. We already know who the top guys are going to be, Jacoby and them. But I definitely want to see someone step up and maybe make some good first down catches or anything like that. And also, Anthony James said, I want to see multiple wide receiver touchdowns, because we did not have one receiver score a touchdown. So Makai or Jacoby get their first touchdown of the season will be great to see. And I also want to see more of Jaden's growth of going through his progressions, and because we saw that against not Fresno State, but Missouri State, but it's Missouri State, and so I would say that Georgia Southern, I would hope to say that they're a step up from Missouri State, or but who knows? Based off what happened against Fresno State, I'm not quite sure about that. But I definitely want to see more of his growth and how he goes through his progressions, and making sure he continues to make smart decisions with the ball and not put it into harm's way. And I also want to see Waymo go for over 100 yards, or even B-Jack or Eli, whoever is the hot running back at the time, get past that 100-yard threshold. So that would definitely be nice to see. But yeah, before we get into the second quarter, I do have a kind of a spur of the moment question. Do you think we're going to hear more cheers or boos for Clay Helton? Because this has been kind of a hot topic, I feel like, on the internet since it's been Georgia Southern season. So what do you guys think? Do you think he's going to get a not so great welcome? He's going to get booed a lot because a lot of people have a lot of PTSD from him? Or do you think since he's a nice guy, and people don't like to hear that he's a nice guy, but he generally is? So what do you think, Ryan?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this is a a well-received take. I don't think he should get booed, but I think he will get booed. I just think, and it might not be, it'll be similar to maybe when Matthew Stafford returned to Detroit, right? Like a smattering of boos of, hey, now you're the opponent kind of thing. I don't know if it'll be in a distasteful disrespect kind of way, but yeah, it's hard to see the way things ended. My first year on the USC beat was Clay Helton's final years. I was in the Collie when they got boat housed by Stanford and he got fired the next day. So, obviously the way it ended, there was a lot of upset and a lot of rejoice when it did finally end. But yeah, so I don't think he should get booed just because not of only who he is, but he did win a Rose Bowl. He is actually one of the highest winning percentage coaches in USC history, which is still kind of crazy to think about. However, obviously the way that his era progressed, it consistently got worse, which is why the program was where it was when Lincoln Riley took over. So for all that being said, though, I think he will ultimately get booed.
Yeah, and everyone that's in the chat, and if you're on Twitter or wherever you're watching the show, I put up a poll, and I said, "Will you boo Clay Helton?" And so far, right now, 80% are saying no. So, but that's only on 5 votes, so we need to get those votes going. So, but 20%, I don't know who the 2 or 1 person that voted yes, but what about you? What do you think, B. Jones? How do you think this is going to go for him running out on that field?
Yeah, listen, it's not like the guy hired himself, man. There's no reason to boo the guy. Like Ryan said, he did get his Rose Bowl. He's a very nice guy, man. You can't. It was hard to hate Clay Helton. You know what I mean? You just gotta, But I think diehard fans, which are the guys that are here watching us right now, won't boo him. But it's the casuals. The casual fans that are gonna look at nothing but the record while it's here, or actually not even a record. They just have the bad memories,
Yeah.
of him being here, and they're just gonna boo. So that's gonna happen, man. Hate to see it, but that's fandom, right?
Yeah. Anthony James says, I wouldn't boo Helton. Now Pat Hayden, I might, and Rick Caruso, pitchforks and torches. What about you, Guns? What do you think is going to happen, and would you boo Clay Helton?
Yeah, I would not boo him. And I echo the same sentiments that Ryan and B. Jones said. I just do expect it to happen. Unfortunately, he's a very nice guy, and I hope it's not as loud and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, there's gonna be people out there that are gonna do it.
Yeah. Raul, you're on mute.
Yeah, I mean, like you guys said, he's a nice guy. It's not his fault that they kept him for that long. So I personally am not going to boo him. I like him as a person. He's very respectful, well-mannered, coach. So he didn't do anything wrong other than trying to do his jobs. And like you guys said, he won us a Rose Bowl. So we can't blame him. We can just blame the administration at the time. That's who I'm mad at myself personally.
Yeah. And I got into kind of a heated conversation with someone, a USC fan, and he said that, out of pride, I would have stepped down and I would not have taken a job at USC. It's like, let's be real. Like, yeah, like if you're a head coach at all of any kind of sport, you're going to believe in yourself that you can be a good head coach for whatever team you're going to be at. You're not be like, oh, no, it's not. I can't do that. I have too much respect. Stop that. But no, like I'm not going to boo Clay Helton. I know I've talked a lot of smack about Clay Helton, but I've met him before. He's generally a nice guy, and he tried his hardest. He just wasn't the right guy for the job, and it's not his fault that he got extended. I would take it even if I knew I wasn't qualified for it. But it's just he wasn't the right guy, and he was like the safe pick at that point because we've kind of gone through a lot of turmoil when it came to the previous head coaches before that. So I get it, but he doesn't deserve to be booed. He did win us a Rose Bowl. Like people were like, oh yeah, it was Sam Darnold and blah blah blah, but like he was still the head coach at the time. So like are you going to say Caleb Williams didn't need Lincoln Riley to win the Heisman because he won the Heisman? So it is what it is. So I hope all the best for him outside of this game. But other than that, I'm not going to boo him. So, all right, let's move on from that. So, because I know a lot of people get a little triggered when you talk about Clay Helton, but let's move on to the second quarter, defensive keys to success. So, and also like give us what you would like to see from the defense here. So, of course, we'll start with Ryan.
Yeah, I think I'm excited to watch Jakeem Stewart hopefully make his debut this week. Yeah. All indications, unless there's any setbacks, are that he'll be back in and kind of, really start his career as a USC Trojan and as a true freshman in the way this game should go. He should actually get quite a bit of runs. So what that pass rush looks like from him, what the gap integrity looks like from him if he's playing on the inside, and also what that rotation is going to look like with him in there, if he's in there, pretty early on with the starters, or we're seeing it more as a second half kind of rotation. So I thought we saw some good pass rush last week against Missouri State, as we should have. Obviously, approaching the sack total from last year in one game. We should hopefully pass that this week against Georgia Southern. So I just want to see the consistency in the pass rush, not taking plays off, and then just kind of the depth of that unit really showing out against what should be a much lesser kind of offensive line. So, just how this defensive line looks, but obviously how Jakeem Stewart looks kind of in his first start is what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone here is excited to see Thanos out there. So, yeah, let's start with guns down here, or let's go to guns after this.
Yeah, for me, Georgia Southern shows a lot of eye candy pre-snap. So just trust what you see out there. I think get them behind the sticks on first down. They had problems with that last game, so I think that's going to be a key point in this. Game. Do want to see a better run defense this game. I know I called this out on the post game. So I do want to see some better run D there, and then like Ryan said, continue pressure, seeing that consistency throughout this season.
All right, Raul. Take yourself on mute.
Yeah, sorry. Forget that I'm on mute, guys, so apologize. Defensively, same thing as last week, just the D-line to be extremely disruptive, making it very difficult for the quarterback, protecting against the run. And if we do that, our secondary is going to be, it's going to be an easy day for our secondary, since they're going to disrupt the quarterback. So if we do that, we'll be all right, and excited, kind of what Ryan mentioned, excited to see Jakeem, get his debut. I'm going to anticipate a big night from him.
All right. B. Jones?
I want to see a shutout. That's what I want. Yeah, they owe us one after last week, man. That miscommunication that we had that gave up a touchdown. I want to see that cleaned up, and I want to see the defensive gaps can get cleaned up as well, man. We had a couple busts in assignments on the defensive line, which caused some big runs, some big gains. I want to see that get cleaned up, as well as the communication, which is easy stuff, man. Just which is stuff you expect to see week one. So let's see the transition from week one to week two, and if those things get cleaned up, that's what I'm interested in seeing.
Yeah, no, you definitely hit the points that I want to touch on. Is that we had some we let some big plays happen. They didn't like there was only one big play that resulted in a touchdown, but they had some big plays that got them into field goal range, and we knew that Missouri State had a good kicker. So if we didn't give up those big plays, we probably would not have given up any kind of points during that game. So it definitely would have been a lot worse of a score for against Missouri State. But I definitely want to see less, because I know Georgia Southern is not the greatest rushing team, but I definitely want to really show our dominance on that defensive line. They were good against Missouri State, but there were some up the middle runs that Missouri State had that kind of went for more of 10 plus yards or so. So definitely want to clean that up. And of course, I want to see Chasen Johnson. Do we hear anything about Alex Graham, if he's going to be participating in this game?
Haven't heard anything yet on Graham, so I'm
Okay.
gonna guess probably not. But
Dang, I wanted to see his debut for that, but it's going to be fun to see Chasen, of course, Thanos. That's going to be everyone's excited to see his first sack or whatever. And I want Anthony Lucas to get his sack. He's getting there. He's getting so close to getting that sack, and it's at this point it's just a running joke until he gets a sack. He gets tackles for loss. He's fine with that. It's just he gets to the quarterback just a split second too late. He gets the ball out of the I feel like the quarterbacks just know that he's never had a sack, so they just throw it away whenever they have a chance. So I hope he can get that. So I'm excited to see how this defensive line goes up against or just continues to progress. So, but yeah, anything else you guys want to talk about when it comes to the defensive keys to success before we move on to halftime with recruiting with guns? All right,
I got it all.
We got some recruits that are going to be on campus here, and do you have that list, or did you want me to go through that guns before you get into the recruiting news?
Yeah, if you can go through real quick, I might have it as well, but I know you're better with names, so.
I don't know about that. We've already established that, but so we do have some recruits that are going to be some targets for the 2027 class, and also some of our commits that are going to be on campus right now. So I'll just go through the commits that we have for the 2026 class. We have Kenny Pepe is going to be here, Brett Colje, his roommate, Luke Weaver, Tom, everyone knows Tom, Eason Tafa, Talanoa Ely, Samota Ketawanga, Jake Johnson, and Andrew Williams. I think that is that the remainder of all the recruits, or do we still have some recruits, some commits that still need to make it back on campus for a game? Is that it, or are we still missing some?
I think that's it.
Okay. Oh wait, we need the we need some of the Braden Jones. We need some of the out of state.
None of the out of state kids. Yeah, only the in-state kids have. Well, yeah. So no out of states yet. That'll be later in the season.
But then for the recruiting, we have Quentin Hales, wide receiver for the 2027 class. So what I'm going to be saying is the 2027 class is Taven Epps, linebacker, Arian Washington, 20 cornerback, Juju Johnson. USC loves the Juju players. He's a cornerback. Dante Wright is a cornerback. Honor Falave Johnson. Yeah. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. And Jacoby Whitehead. And I'm not sure what these other players are for their positions. It was not on the list that I have here, but Jalen Flowers, Eli Woodyard, and Chauncey Washington, not the running back that we had 10 plus years ago, but another Chauncey Washington, Braylon Ross, Kingston Salifi, Gavin Williams, and that's all the players that we're going to be having on campus. So it looks like a pretty defensively heavy recruiting class that's going to be on campus that we're hoping to get their commitments. But go ahead and finish up the recruiting updates, Guns.
Yeah, just to highlight a couple of players on who's visiting. Quentin Hale, big time wide receiver we're looking to get after. So this is a good time to get him on campus. Two guys that are commits to other schools. Taven Epps, edge guy for Texas, so that was good to see him coming to the game. And then Dante Wright, he's a Georgia commit. So, pretty interesting to see some other kids coming to campus. And then Honor Johnson, I'm just gonna call him that. He's a San Diego kid. Dude is a fast kid.
He can fly, man.
He can fly. So I think this is somebody we definitely need to get going quickly, basically, and just make sure that he feels that he's a priority. But other news in the recruiting space is Duve Williams, DB out of Sarah. He's predicted to us by 3 insiders just the other day. He's still going to take his visits from what he's saying. He's got a Nebraska game. He's got a Notre Dame game. But just the fact that we're still continuing to lead in this recruitment is great to see. And then lastly, Elijah Harmon, D lineman out of Inglewood. We just continue to hear good things with him. Again, we talked about this in the past. He was practicing in the summer camps with Coach Henney, doing some private coaching. So that's great to see. And then the mom would love to have him stay home. So it's hard to say no to mom. So it's a great sign for us, and we'll see where that continues.
All right. If anyone has any questions about recruiting in the chat, let us know. Drop your questions in there. But anyone in the panel have any questions for Guns in regards to what's going on with recruiting? All right. Well, then we can go ahead and get on to our final thoughts and predictions. So we'll go ahead and I guess we can go ahead and loop in who we think the MVP for both offense and defense will be for this game, and just give us your score predictions. So we'll go to you, Ryan. Give us your final thoughts and predictions and MVPs.
Yeah, it's hard to base kind of what this competition level will be like, right? Like it should be, you would think, probably a stiffer competition than what Missouri State was last week, but obviously Georgia Southern loses 42-14 to Fresno State, who Fresno State just got lost 31-7 to Kansas the week before that. So like it's hard to really gauge really where Georgia Southern's game is at. Last week I predicted a 42-0 shutout, and obviously USC blew out of the water, putting up 73 points. Obviously, as B. Jones said, a little slip up on defense with that blown coverage, blowing the shutout, plus 2 field goals. But I do think this game will go somewhat similar. I don't know if they'll score that many points, but I think what we saw last week and how efficient the offense was, outside of the sack fumble, scoring on every single possession, the first team going, what was it, 6 for 6 in the first half on every possession. That's the kind of efficiency that I would like to see in this one. And, will we see Lane, Maava, Jordan, all those guys only play 2 quarters again? Part of me wants to say that's a good thing. Part of me is like, maybe these guys need a little bit more lather before we get into Big Ten play and have too much time off. So hopefully we'll see kind of 3 quarters of these guys, put up in that 40 plus point range in that. And so I'll go with, and hopefully we just see the defense absolutely kind of dominate and keep things in check and clean some of those mistakes up that we saw. So I'll go with a final score. I'll go 56-10 in that one, but I do think we'll see 3 quarters of the starters and then kind of run it out in the 4th quarter.
And who do you think will be the MVP for both offense and defense?
I'll go Wayman Jordan on offense. Okay. They love Eli Sanders. Obviously, we saw him featured last week, and obviously that great screen pass he took to the house. I'm a big B-Jax guy, but just from what we've seen and heard in practice, it just feels like he's going to be much more of kind of the goal line, short yardage guy and not featured as much. So I think this is kind of Waymo's show to be kind of that lead back. So I think he'll get, that 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 carries, and hopefully can take one the distance. So I'll go Waymo on offense, and on defense, let's go Desmond Stevens, go with the young backer, getting some more play in this one, and maybe leading the team in tackles. I know Elijah Newby led the team in tackles last week. I think part of that is no discredit to him, but part of that is just because the Desmond Stevens and Eric Gentry didn't play that much. So maybe with 3 quarters, Stevens can lead this team in tackles and get close to double digits.
All right, great. Let's go with Raul then. Oh wait, before we move on to you, Raul, of course we got to give a shout out to our guy, Kristen. I made it, fellas. Family first, of course. Family's always first. And thanks for the $5 dono. And definitely go ahead and check out his channel. 4th and 9 is his channel on YouTube. So definitely go ahead and give him a quick subscribe as well and check out his content. So, but appreciate you making this show. But yeah, always family first. So, but yeah, go ahead, Raul. You're on mute, man.
You'll figure it out someday.
Final thoughts. I do expect the offense and defense to have a similar showing as last week, and don't expect us to put up, 73 points?
Yeah.
Don't expect that, but, I do expect this to be in the high 40s, low 50s. I do it, same thing with the defense, to be very disruptive. Hoping that we can get a shutout, but if we don't, I don't expect this to allow more than 13 points. And defensive MVP, I'm gonna have to go with. There's a tough one, but I'll go with Cam Fountain. And then offensive MVP, I have to keep going with my guy Jaden Maeva until he proves me otherwise.
That's easy.
All right. And did you give a score prediction too?
Score prediction, I'll go 49 to 6.
All right. B. Jones.
Yeah, man. I mean, I mentioned earlier that I want to see them clean it up on defense, and I think they will. So I'm expecting that. And as far as the score prediction, I'm going to say, let's see, I'm going to go 56-13. 56-13. And let's see, MVPs. I'm going to go with the shocker right now. I'm going to say King Miller on offense.
King Miller.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you think he's going to get more reps than Waymo?
Well, we said we want to see everybody get in there early, right? I mean, we want to see the guys blow them out so we can get the guys in there. So we'll see. So I'm going to go King Miller, and I'm going to go with defense. Yeah, I'm going to go with my boy Newbie, man. I'm very high on him. He did his thing last week, and we'll see what happens this week.
All right. And go ahead, Raul. I'm not Raul. Guns.
Yeah, just continue to play our game would be my final thoughts. Prediction, gotta go with B. Jones, 56-13. Players of the game, I gotta go with Wayman on the offensive side. Defense, I'm gonna go with the person who's making his debut, Thanos. I'm gonna give some love to Thanos, and he's gonna ball out. So.
Okay. So I definitely want to see less busted coverages, less mental kind of mistakes. I definitely feel that it's going to happen. I think Danton Lynn was more like I bet he was mad just to see that busted coverage. I know it was some of the transfers that were on there, but I definitely feel like they're going to clean that up because they went back to they went back into practicing on Sunday. I know it was mainly the weight room, but I definitely feel like they're going to be a lot more technically sound, and they're going to have less mental breakdowns. But I don't think Georgia Southern's going to score a touchdown. I think they're going to, if they're going to score, it's going to be field goals. I think they're going to do everything in their power to make sure that they don't get into that end zone. So, but I'm going to say 49-9. I don't think we're going to kick any field goals. I think this offense is too good to kick any field goals against them. And again, I don't think we're going to see the punter. This is going to be another time that Sam Johnson is not going to get into the game. Poor guy. But he's on scholarship, so he doesn't have to worry about paying for school. So he's okay, and he doesn't have to worry about getting hit. So offensive MVP, I'm going to go with Waymo. This game is kind of built for him. I think he's going to get his first 100-yard rushing game for him. It would be nice to see King Miller get in there, but I think, based off how they rushed last game, I think he still will get in. But I just think that they're going to kind of showcase more of Waymo for this one because last week was kind of just getting everyone in there, but I think this one's going to be kind of making a statement to everyone at this point. But defensive MVP, I'm going to go with Bishop Fitzgerald again, or not again, but I'm going to go with Bishop for this one. He made his presence known, and I think he's going to continue to make his presence known in this game. I think he's going to, of course, lock it down. I think he's going to get another interception again. I'm hoping he gets another interception. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it that I think that's going to go for him for my expectation for him. But yeah, that's it. And let's see what the chat is talking about here. So Anthony James says defensive MVP will be Gentry. Yeah, you've been talking about Gentry throughout this. Offensive MVP will be Lemon. Okay. Tina Greer agrees with with Anthony about the starting linebackers playing more sound this game. Yeah, I think Desmond did have some mistakes in that last game that he needs to clean up, but I definitely think that they're going to get better on this year. So, but yeah, anything else that we want to add to this before we move on to the college football games?
I want to change my prediction, man. I'm going to change my prediction. I was a little hypocritical. I said I want to see a shutout, and I'm going to believe that these guys are going to do it, man. So I'm going to go 49-0.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, all right.
I like it. I was going to say B. Jones. I thought you said you wanted to see a shutout.
Yeah, right, yeah. I was like, so I'm going to correct myself, man.
Okay, so I thought he did have some tackles for loss, but Austin corrected me. Anthony Lucas is not getting tackles for loss. He didn't record a stat in game. Did he not record a stat in game one?
Unfortunately, he did not. But just in general, he's close. So
he's getting there. He's going to get there. Thanks for correcting me, Austin. But he's going to get there. I'm manifesting it into the universe that he's gonna give us a great game. So
yeah, he'll get home soon enough.
Yep.
All right, and so far the poll about will you boo Clay Helton, out of 14 votes, 86% still saying no. So everyone's going to be gracious. At least everyone in our chat's going to be gracious, but that's only 14 people out of 64,000. Hopefully that. I wonder what the crowd's going to be like for Clay Helton coming back. So we'll see. But let's see what else.
I mean, since you brought up the crowd, what do you guys think the crowd's going to be like this weekend? We had a pretty good showing for that first game versus Missouri State. So I do expect us to have, for the crowd to be a lot bigger this game.
I hope so. I really hope so. We had one of the biggest crowds in all of the West Coast, bigger than Oregon's crowd. So, and of course, way bigger than UCLA. But I'm sure UCLA had more Utah fans there than they did. Oh yeah, and you guys are going to be there, like all three of you. Ryan, are you going to be there? You're going to be there, right?
Yep, I will be there. Should be. There's 62,000 last week. I'd guess probably around 65,000 would be my guess. Obviously, if we can get over 70, that'd be fantastic. But I think until the competition gets stiffer, it'll still be a touch under 70. But hey, I'd love to be wrong in that regard.
Yeah. I wish I could be there, but I'll be there in spirit.
I do think that the student section, this first game, they had a pretty good showing. So I do expect him to have a better showing in this game as well. I mean, it's Clay Helton, the storyline. But yeah, I mean, shout out to the student section because I was pretty critical of that section last year, since we saw a ton of opponents in that section, Ryan. So I was not liking that.
And really quick, fans, please don't fight. Like, there's no need for that. So please don't do stupid stuff. But Anthony James had a question here. Are they rotating Gentry out more in these early games because of the concussion worry? I think it's just the fact that we were up big and they didn't really need him in there.
He may be a bit on the pitch count, but I mean, we'll see as the season goes.
Yeah, I think that'll be interesting to watch as the competition stiffens up. I mean, Rob Ryan has talked about all through spring and fall of whatever they can do to keep him healthy all year. They love Tamir Robinson, who transferred from Penn State. They obviously like Newby and others. That it's a deeper room than I think a lot of people thought. So I think the fact that it's deeper, they're willing to rotate because they don't feel like they lose as much talent. And if that ends up keeping Gentry healthy longer, then obviously it's a win-win. So, but I agree. Last week wasn't a good indication of what it'll look like. We got to wait till we see, needing on the field longer and what that looks like.
Yeah, like if anyone didn't see some of the stats that have been put out there, Matai Tagovailoa had a really good PFF rating. Like he killed it in there. Like a lot of our linebackers did really good. Jaden Walker had some really good moments. Elijah Newby, of course, like you said, he led in tackles, but our young guys are definitely looking really good for the future. So I'm really excited for that linebacker room. So
Matai looks faster than he did in high school.
yes,
It's quick.
Yeah, that kid is quick. He's gonna be a beast coming off that edge. For us.
On every kick return, he was the first guy down the field. And then obviously as a linebacker, he had that forced fumble and was in the backfield wriking havoc. So he was great.
And I know Raul definitely wants to see his guy out there, Marquise Gallegos.
Oh yeah, that's
Marquise had some crazy hits.
Bro, Gallegos was flying around on Saturday. He looked great.
God.
I love it, man. You guys know I've been very big on Marquise, man, and I know that his instincts are second to none, man. You can tell he's way more comfortable with the defense now because now he's playing fast.
He's 0 to 100 too. Like that dude is quick.
His is there, man. So yeah, man, he has a bright future for us.
Yeah, so I hope we get to see those guys again in this game, whether it's in the third or the fourth. So I definitely would like to see
second half. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I'm okay with the games ending on the first half.
Yeah, I don't mind those. I really don't.
I like to be able to relax and not have to be on the edge of my seat or pacing in the background. So, let's go ahead and get on to the fourth quarter here. We're going to go through some CFB predictions here, and Guns is going to keep score. Are you going to add Ryan to this so you could always?
Yep. I got him as our special guest. So if we have any in the future, we'll track them as well. But yeah, week 1 was as concluded. So just quick recap. I went 19-4. Raul was the winner at 21-2. B Jones and BC were at 20-3. So
the guy who picked UCLA to win won.
Congrats to the guy. He pat on the back. And let's get going with week 2. We have a lot of games. So let's get through this as quick as possible. First game, Western Illinois at Northwestern. Anybody picking Western Illinois?
No.
Perfect. All right.
Yeah, Ryan, we're going through the Big Ten games first before we get into the national games.
You cut out there again.
Games. Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Northern Illinois at Maryland. Anybody picking Northern Illinois?
Oh, I want to, but no.
Well, they did have the upset against
Notre Dame, but
Notre Dame. So.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Looks like we're good there. Next game, FIU at Penn State. Anybody picking FIU?
No. We're all good there.
Okay, this is the good one. One of the good ones. Illinois at Duke. This is a 3-point spread game, so very close. Obviously, again, Illinois is traveling to Duke. I'm going to go Illinois for the love of a Big Ten. Raul, who do you have?
I was talking about that with my coworker. I was like, what am I missing here? They're hyping up Illinois so much, and then they only have them winning by 3. So I'm gonna ask a question. What am I missing, guys?
Illinois at Duke. Who are you picking?
It's away, so that's why.
I'm gonna go Illinois because of the same fact that they're hyped. I want to be a top 25 Trojan when we face them. So I'll go Illinois.
All right, perfect. B Jones.
Yeah, I gotta go with Illinois, man. This isn't Mike Elko's Duke, so
nope.
They haven't looked as good since he left. I'm rolling with Illinois.
Okay, Illinois. All right. BC.
I want Illinois to be at the hype of college football when we defeat them. So Illinois.
Okay, and then Ryan.
Yeah, I think Illinois is a little overhyped, but I do like Luke Altmaier. I do like Brett Bellino. I think he's a solid coach.
Like Luke Altmaier.
So I'll stick with Illinois to win.
I can't stand.
All right, perfect.
I don't think he's that good, but
I like him. I don't love him. I like him.
Okay.
I have him ranked 7th in Big Ten quarterbacks.
Okay.
I like it. All right, next one is Kennesaw State at Indiana. Anybody picking Kennesaw State?
No.
Nope.
Okay, we got another good one. Iowa at Iowa State. This is a very close spread game. Oof. I'm gonna go Iowa State here for me. And Raul, who are you choosing?
So rival. I'm gonna go Iowa.
Wow.
Iowa. All right. B Jones.
Where's this game?
Iowa State.
At Iowa State.
I'm going Iowa State. I'm pulling for the upset.
It's not even an upset. Like
It's not.
Iowa State is ranked and Iowa's not.
True. Okay. Well, there.
I think they might be favorites. Let's see.
No,
Iowa State-
Iowa State is the favorite.
By
Iowa
3.5.
State is the favorite,
or something like that.
yeah. BC, who do you have?
Iowa State. I think Iowa's quarterback got exposed for not being the greatest quarterback that they thought he would be coming out of FCS.
All right, and then lastly, Ryan.
Yeah, Iowa, just until I can see an offense that looks like a collegiate offense, it's hard to go with them. So Matt Campbell, Iowa State at home. I'll go with the Cyclones.
Okay. Next game, Northwestern State at Minnesota. Anybody taking Northwestern
That's
State?
actually a school. Okay. No.
Not I.
All right. Next game, Grambling at Ohio State. Anybody taking Grambling?
No.
We can skip that one.
That would be a crazy
All right.
upset.
That would be an
Yeah, it would
Appalachian
be.
State game. That would be Appalachian State beating Michigan, kind of.
That'd be a little
Right.
crazy.
Right. Exactly. All right, next one here. Oklahoma State at Oregon. Just so everyone's aware, Oklahoma State's quarterback is out for this game. So anybody choosing Oklahoma State?
Oh, Raul?
Right.
Say it. Say it,
Okay.
Raul.
You guys know the answer to this, but I mean, Oregon's gonna win.
Oh,
Okay,
wow. He
all right.
said it. He finally said
He
it.
did say. All right. Next one here. I think we're gonna be on the same page. But Miami, Ohio at Rutgers. Anybody going Miami, Ohio?
Hmm.
What's the spread on that?
It's
The
a
spread is
16.5.
16.5.
And Rutgers is at home.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll give
Okay,
it.
looks like we're all Rutgers. Perfect.
Hmm.
Next one here. Middle Tennessee at Wisconsin. Anybody taking Middle Tennessee? Again, Middle Tennessee just lost to an FCS school last week. Any takers? Any takers? All right, Wisconsin. All right. Next one, big game here. College game day is going to be at this game. Michigan at Oklahoma. Oklahoma is a 5.5 point spread favorite at Oklahoma again. I'm going to go Oklahoma here. Raul, who you got?
My betting stuff, I would probably, I'll go Michigan.
Oh.
You on Michigan, sorry?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay. B Jones.
Oh man, this is at Oklahoma.
It's at Oklahoma, yeah.
I mean, Oklahoma was not impressive last week, but I think they'll get it together eventually. So maybe it starts this week.
Okay.
Still not sold on Underwood playing in a big game like that. You know, as a true freshman. So I'm gonna go Oklahoma.
You weren't sold on John Mateer going 30 of 37 for 392 yards and 3 touchdowns.
What?
All right, BC, who you got?
This one's rough because I think Michigan's defense is better, but it's at Oklahoma. I'm gonna go with Oklahoma. I don't think whatever his name is, the quarterback is ready to kind of play on this kind of road game. So Oklahoma is going to be very hostile. So
That's true.
I think it's going to be Oklahoma for this one.
All right, Ryan, who you got?
Yeah, it's tough because I don't love either team. Obviously Michigan in the trenches. I think defensively they'll be able to run the ball. Bryce Underwood I think is going to be really good, but second start ever for a true freshman on the road. It's going to be tough. But guys, I don't get the Oklahoma hype. Maybe I'm drinking the Kool-Aid of now that Lincoln's here, the hate between the Oklahoma fan base. I just don't get it. I mean, you look at last week, and I know John Mateer was a great transfer from Washington State, but all of a sudden they're like a playoff team because of that. Last week they play Illinois State, who's not only an FCS school, guess what? Missouri State was in their division last year and beat them 41-7. And Oklahoma had to play John Mateer all 4 quarters. And there was 21-3 entering the fourth. They were not even up 20 points entering the fourth quarter. I'm taking Michigan.
Oh, there you go, Ryan. I like
Okay. Going Michigan. Okay, I like it. Okay, next game. Akron at Nebraska. Anybody taking Akron?
No.
All right, perfect. Next game here is actually a pretty close spread. Boston College at Michigan State. Spread is 4.5 Michigan State, just so everyone's on the same page. I am going to go Michigan State. Raul, I guess.
Yeah.
Is anybody going Boston College? I guess we'll go there. I feel like we might be on the same
just because
page.
Michigan State's at home, I'll stick with Sparty.
I think since it's at home, I would go with him. But if it was at Boston College, I might go Boston College.
Okay. Next one is Southern Illinois. Man, so many Illinois schools. At Purdue. Anybody going Southern Illinois?
Purdue got better.
Okay.
So.
They have a lot. They have a lot of talent. All right, 2 more Big Ten games to go, and then we'll go into the non-Big Ten games. UCLA at UNLV. This is a 2.5 point spread for UCLA. Again, Raul.
I don't know. I'm so undecided on this one, guys. But I'm gonna go UNLV because they're at home, and I just want to see the UCLA fans crash out even more on Twitter.
And real quick, Guns, you cut out just a little bit, so give us who you're going for.
Oh, UNLV. Sorry.
Okay.
Yes, apologies there. B. Jones.
I'm going with last chance UNLV, man.
Okay.
Last chance, nice.
All right, BC.
UNLV. I'm going UNLV for the upset.
And then Ryan.
Yeah, going into this season, excuse me, sorry. I think I would have for sure taken UCLA. I think you look at their offseason, obviously getting Nico Imialiva, and you think they were building things based on the end of the last season, how it ended. But man, last week was rough, guys. It was like, the missed tackles, it was just an embarrassing performance at the Rose Bowl. So until proven otherwise, I don't think you can take UCLA. So I'd go, and especially because it's in Vegas. Dan Mullen obviously is a great head coach who's coaching at he's coaching for a better job here soon. So I'll go UNLV as well.
Yeah, and he had a lot of missed deep balls like he did at Tennessee. So until that gets fixed.
Yeah, it's looking like Joey Aguilar may have been the guy that they should have kept all along.
Yeah, Deshaun Foster is definitely. I don't think he's the guy.
All right, last.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. No worries. Last one here for the Big Ten. UC Davis at Washington. Anybody taking UC Davis?
Cali ball, man. Cali ball, but no, I'm gonna have to go Washington.
Okay. I was gonna say, Raul, what are you doing?
All right, we got the 5 non-Big Ten games here. First one here is Baylor at SMU. SMU is only a 2.5 point favorite. Again, it's at SMU. I'm gonna go SMU here. Raul. Oh, I know he just stepped away. We'll catch him. Oh, there he is. You're on mute though, big guy.
What? Which one? What's the game?
Baylor at SMU.
SMU.
Okay. B. Jones.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you too, man. SMU.
Okay. BC.
SMU.
Perfect. And then Ryan.
Yeah, I agree. Baylor, just an interesting program. Like, remember at the end of the Clay Helton era, Dave Aranda was like a name potentially for the USC job, and Baylor's just fallen off since then. So SMU's heading the other way. They were almost a playoff team last year, so go SMU.
Yep. All right, next game here is Kansas at Missouri. Missouri is definitely a 1-score spread. Yep, 6.5. Mizzou. It's at Mizzou. Kansas has been kind of rolling just from obviously you could say the competition. I'm going to stick with Mizzou with the home team, though, for this game. Raul.
Yeah, go Mizzou as well. Sorry.
Sorry, you said Mizzou?
Yep.
Okay, sorry. B. Jones.
You know what? I'm gonna mix it up a little bit this time, man. You guys know I'm a Jalen Daniels fan, so I'm gonna go with Kansas.
And I'm sorry, did you say they're at home?
No.
Mizzou's at home, yeah.
Mizzou's at home. I'm gonna go with Kansas. I think Kansas can pull it off.
Okay, and Ryan.
Yeah, this is tough. This is one of those like old historic rivalries that kind of died when Mizzou went to the SEC and left the Big 12. But I like what Kansas is doing. I like the quarterback, like you guys mentioned. But I think I'm just going to lean on the home team, so I'll go Mizzou. But it'll be probably a fun battle. But I'll go with Mizzou.
Okay, Mizzou. All right.
Mizzou's like that classic like 8-9 win team every year, right?
Yeah.
Right.
They're never going to compete for the SEC title, but they're always going to be solid. So they're a 9-win team.
All right, next one here is Fresno State at Oregon State. Oregon State is the 3.5-point favorite at home. Oof. I'm gonna go Fresno State here. Raul.
No, I'm gonna go Oregon State. They're at home. Pretty tough stadium to play at. I think they're gonna try to bounce back from last week.
Oregon State?
Yep.
Perfect. B. Jones.
You said it's in Corvallis?
It is.
Yeah. I'm going to Oregon State, man. Ray John's gonna have ball out there again.
BC.
Yeah, Corvallis is a hard place to play. I'm sure they've finished with their stadium renovations. So yeah, Oregon State.
Okay, and then Ryan.
Yeah, future Pac-12 matchup here between Oregon State and Fresno State. I'll go with Coach Hentz. I'll go Fresno State.
Oh,
the upset here up in Corvallis.
All right. Perfect. All right, guys, we have two more here. ASU at Mississippi State. ASU is only a 6.5-point favorite. Confirming that. Yes, on the road. Just so you know, they have to stay at a hotel that's like an hour and 30 minutes from the campus.
wow.
There's a little nugget there. I'm still going to go with ASU. So I'll just kind of go around the table. Anybody going Mississippi State?
No.
Not
Sorry,
bad.
Mama Mark.
Okay, I feel like we're going to be the same page, but sneak that one. And then lastly, Vandy at Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech is trying to find it here. Oh yeah, found it. Virginia Tech is the favorite. 1.5-point spread. I'm gonna go with Vandy.
Really?
Yes, I am gonna go Vandy here. Get the Diego guy going there. Raul, who you got?
It's gonna be Saturday, or right? They're playing Saturday.
Correct.
Yeah, give me B Tech.
B Tech, all right. B Jones.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Vandy too, just because Raul put Virginia Tech.
I'll go with Vandy.
All right, BC. Okay.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were going with me.
No, it's you. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll go with Vandy. I think Diego's going to have another. I don't really care about this game, so I'll still go with Vandy now.
Okay. All right, and then lastly, Ryan.
Yeah, hard to get SEC ACC matchup. I really like what Clark Lee is doing at Vanderbilt. Actually, I don't know if you guys watched that SEC doc on Netflix. I'm obviously, I think most of us are kind of SEC haters, but it was still a fun documentary, and you found yourself kind of rooting for Vandy and Clark Lee. So, like what he's building. Obviously, Diego Pavia in his 13th year in college. We'll go with Vanderbilt in this one.
Okay, all right. And that concludes our Week 2 college football picks. So hopefully we'll see, who's the winner.
And real quick, James Monroe, he's our resident Michigan fan, and sorry, James. Say that again.
I went Michigan.
Yeah,
Ryan and I went Michigan.
Yeah, Ryan and Raul went with Michigan, and we all and the rest of us kind of went with Oklahoma. So don't hate us, don't unsubscribe. So sorry, but we just think, or at least I think that the going on a road to Oklahoma is a little too much for Bryce Underwood for his second start. So sorry.
Hype thing. I'm telling you, they're overrated.
Yeah. Ryan, let them know why you picked Michigan for this one.
Yeah. Oh, you want me to say again?
Yeah, go ahead. Let them know.
Yeah, I just think Oklahoma. I don't get the hype. They took them 4 quarters to beat Illinois State. They're only up 21-3. John Mathieu had to play the entire game. And Illinois State's a team that got beat 41-7 to Missouri State last year, who just lost 73-13 on Saturday. So give me Michigan.
All right, so you probably like 2 of the people that are on here, James, but sorry, James, but I just don't know about Bryce Underwood right now going on the road. So, but yeah, still be a subscriber. Come back next week. We'll pick Michigan next week, maybe.
Hey, James, now you have reason to go subscribe to LAFB if you haven't already.
Yeah.
I was about to say that, James. You got to go subscribe.
Yeah, because you have a show coming up right after this, right, Ryan?
Yeah, 30 minutes call-in show. So
yeah, everyone go ahead. The 82 people that we have after that are on the show right now or that are watching, definitely go ahead and subscribe to Ryan's channel. Go ahead and plug your channel real quick so everyone knows where they can find you.
Yeah, fellas, it was a blast being on. Hopefully we'll do this again through the season. So great to meet you all. But USC LAFB is the channel. LAFB Network is us, or LAFBnetwork.com. But USC LAFB is where you'll find all of our USC content.
Right. It's actually in the description. So go ahead and hit that description link and you'll find it down there.
Appreciate it.
They definitely do some great content. So if you're a USC fan, or even if you're just a college football fan, definitely go ahead and subscribe to his channel. So because James, you're subscribed to a USC channel. I'm assuming you're subscribed to us. So come on, go ahead and give them a subscribe. So maybe give them a call in maybe when USC plays Michigan in a few weeks or so. So but yeah,
and mine is going up against us 4. So beat this for next week, guys. I don't know what to say.
Jeff, you're a little late here, Jeff. Where have you been, my guy?
All right.
But yeah, other than that, do we have any last words that we want to get out there? Before we get out of here, so we can all get ready for Ryan's show.
None for me. Thanks again, guys.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate you being on the show. If you didn't catch the show, we'll go ahead and post it up a little bit later so you can rewatch it and see our predictions, and definitely tell us if you're going to be booing or not booing Clay Helton here. So right now, out of 19 votes, 84% said no and 16% said yes. So let us know if you've said yes and why you're going to be booing him, because I don't think he deserves it. Like, I mean, you can boo the team when they come around, but like, you don't need to boo out of hatred for Clay Helton. He's not the reason. Like, some people were saying he's the reason why USC took a step back. Do you not recall that the NCAA decided to try to murder this team? So yeah, I went ahead and closed that out. So if you didn't vote, sorry. You can vote a little bit later when we get into this. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. If you want to get a chain these 3D printed chains that I made, definitely follow me on Twitter. The link for the order form is on there. It's never too late to get a chain, but and if you also want to be a part of the Cal Southern Centaurs, $1.99 to get in there to be a part of the team. You could still get in there for this season. The season's halfway done, but you never know. But yeah, definitely go ahead and like, subscribe, do all that good stuff to the channel, and definitely follow Ryan at USC LFB, and go to his channel after this in the next 30 minutes, and go ahead and give a call, and I'm sure he'd be happy to hear from you about what you think about this upcoming game. But until next time, we're going to go ahead and get out of here, and we'll see you guys on Sunday bright and early. So Kristen, if you're hearing this, you can still watch us while you're at church. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get out here. Until next time, guys, keep the torch burning bright and fight on.
Fight on.